Hello, friends.
Was it aggressive? I don't know what I was expecting, but that's not what
That's not it.
No, I just woke up from a nap.
I did not just wake up from a nap. I am a lot more energetic than she is, and that is for sure.
I had to have that nap. I partook last night and didn't get as much sleep as I would have liked to because I waited until midnight to take it.
I love how open you are about that.
It's legal. I use the legal stuff. I'm not like doing like anything shady, but
shady. There was a song that came up in my brain and it was
Slim
gone.
Shady
There it is. It was gone as soon as it was there.
So what are we talking about today?
My brain just said, "Where are you?
Where are you? I'm over here."
Oh, y'all are in for a treat apparently, because already with the giggles. We're talking about Lughnasadh.
Yeah, if you saw the name of this episode and was like, I don't even know what that sounds like.
Excuse me?
That sounds like a sneeze. It's not. It's Lughnasadh.
That is how it's pronounced.
And I've got a YouTube video linked in the episode description to prove it.
I totally Googled to make sure I was pronouncing it right. But, so yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. But before we do that, you want to just kind of talk about what's been going on in your life?
Finally got my Speak Now Taylor's version vinyl in the mail.
Yes.
And then it turns out that Danny's nephew also bought one. And
for himself or for you?
For himself.
Yes.
And
I knew it.
Bought it. Listen, this boy doesn't even have a record player.
I knew it. He's a Swiftie.
But guess what he's getting for Christmas?
Oh,
I'm gonna find one.
I can't wait.
I'm not getting a Crossley though. Apparently those are terrible.
I can't wait
vinyls.
to tell TJ.
But
everybody at that job is gonna know.
I thought, well, he likes the album art. Like he buys vinyls for the album art and hangs them on the wall. But I was like, I said, like, it's not like he just like ran to Target. He ordered it from TaylorSwift.com. He got the confetti. Danny goes, that's how I knew. He saw the confetti first that comes in all of the packages. I put mine in a Ziploc bag. I'm going to keep it and put it in a box. Because I'm crazy.
The mark of the Swiftie. When are you getting a Swiftie tattoo? Because I feel like that's
I
coming.
was supposed to get one in Florida last time we went. But because my cover-up is taking so long because I'm a little punk bitch... I was like, you know what? Fuck that tattoo. So it's on the
you
back
said
burner.
it!
Oh,
you
shit!
Said it!
Damn. Oh, well, it stands.
Free range for the rest of the episode. I don't have to watch it now.
So I said, fuck that tattoo. I'm not, I even had it like, because listen, in my old age, it's like I said yesterday, I've gotten soft. I only get tattoos with numbing cream now. I did my time. I'm done. So my ankle numb as shit for like 4 hours for nothing. Said no, not doing that. Because I've got one ankle tattoo already, and I was like, I'm not doing that again without numbing cream.
I'm just here to tell you. I hear you, and I hear you. I understand. I do but with the numbing cream, but like, I kind of enjoy
for some, really, be my guest. Me? No.
I enjoy it because
I like the end result, but I don't want to have to sit. I don't know. I think my mental health is improved, and so
I feel attacked.
I don't know.
This is where I wish we had video element for the listeners to hear or to see my reaction to this.
But also, like, this cover up has like ruined me, and I don't want. Because, like, me and my ex-husband, we had matching tattoos. I had one thing, he had the other. And it was like, and it was big and it was black. And so it's having to be covered up by another big black tattoo. And the girl that did it, bless her heart, I know she does a lot better now. But, it was a single needle filled in my tattoo on my forearm.
No.
For like 4 hours. It was so scarred, and like you can still see the old tattoo because of the scarring.
Yeah, but it's not super noticeable.
No, and like, because even my sister's husband did it, and he was like, I can't even tell. And I was like, I can see it because I've had that tattoo for so
you've
long.
lived with it.
But like my other cover up he did that was another tattoo that I had for my ex-husband, I can't even see it anymore. Like I barely remember what that tattoo looked like unless I see a picture of me with it.
Right.
And it was
I don't think I remember.
that was the face.
Oh, I do remember now.
And now it's a balloon. And I get the most compliments on that tattoo. Everybody's like, "Oh, that one's so cute."
Right. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my cover up on my ankle.
I also have a cover up for the back of my neck too, because it's supposed to say "As You Wish," from the Princess Bride.
Yeah.
And it's just an A. There's no S. She tried to fix it, but the font I picked was weird, and I forget it's back there.
Right.
My second tattoo was also on the back of my neck, and it was a shitty little star I got in Gatlinburg. It was so shitty.
Get a tattoo? Oh. Sorry, my laptop's making noises. Can you get a tattoo that says Humperdinck?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
Melwidge. No. See, listen, I'm here for the like, I'm a punk bitch about it too. I'm a punk bitch about it too, because when I got this one on my leg, the balloons in Savannah a year ago tomorrow, actually.
Nice.
It hurt like a son of a bitch. Yeah. And I was like sitting there, we weren't very far into it, and I was like, I don't know, we're gonna finish this today. But like, we were in Savannah, Georgia, and we were leaving the next day, so I knew it had to get done. Yeah. But like, and it was worth it. It like, there toward the end it got better. I guess I just like finally went numb to it or whatever. Yeah. But like, I'm here for it. And honestly, the last tattoo I got when we went back in, what was it, January, February?
Mm-hmm. Beginning of the year. You didn't barely even like cringe.
It didn't hurt. And I was kind of upset that it didn't hurt, because I don't fare well in Aquarius season. Every year in Aquarius season, I'm like, I gotta do something. Yeah. This year it was tattoo. The year before it was my nose piercing. Like, for some reason, the past little bit, Aquarius season just does not do well with me. But I'm like, I'm like, I gotta do something. Yeah. It's just, I guess my mental state is not that great.
I mean, mine's really not either.
You ever feel called out by your best friend?
I'm literally in therapy, and I've only done one session. So
feel
it went well. But like, so like with this cover up, like so it's a cat, and the tail looks like shit because I can't stop fucking pulling away. And like, even with numbing cream, this is the most pain I have ever felt.
You think
in my
you'd
life.
pull away if you had a female doing it?
I don't know. It is weird that Carl's like touching me. But
well, I got no lies to tell you, KK. If you're listening, Lauren did my one on my turtle on my arm. Yeah, and the way she had my arm positioned had my hand directly under and cupping her boob, and I kept having these like, I'm not
Carl next time.
I'm not exaggerating.
We got like
I'm not
one good session left in this thing, and then I'm done.
Why is my computer doing the things? I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not being funny, but my hand kept doing like involuntary movements while she was tattooing, and so I kept like fondling her boob. I'm not upset about it. She no longer does tattoos, and I'm real sad about it, because this is like the best damn tattoo.
It really is.
I love it.
It's so good.
It's my balloons are my favorite tattoo. Yeah. But like, this is my second favorite. She's still gorgeous all these years later, and Lauren doesn't do tattoos anymore. I was like, she's my forever. Like,
I think she works with dead people now.
Yeah, that's what I hear. But I got to fondle her boobs for a night. It was kind of nice.
I'll have to do that to Carl for the next
fondle
one.
His titties.
My arms sit stretched out, and he's like, and I'll be like, you gotta hurry up, because like he said the last time, he's like, I think you and your sister both got one good hour in you, and then you both start crying and squirming. And then, he's like, and then I just can't finish it. So.
That's what she said.
You got.
I can't finish.
No.
Anyway, so yeah.
So Lughnasadh.
Lughnasadh. Anyway, let's get into this, guys. So Lughnasadh is observed July 31st, August 1st, somewhere in there in the northern hemisphere, and on February 1st in the southern hemisphere. It's a celebration of the first harvest of the year.
Northern hemisphere?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Girl, which direction is north and which direction is south?
I don't know where we are in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, my
I have no idea.
Word.
I know at one point...
She can sit here and tell you everything that she learned in history of U.S. cinema, but geography, nope. Fuck it.
Mm-mm. No, it's gone.
Anyways.
I had to make room for other things.
It's a celebration of the first harvest of the year, and to acknowledge it's here to acknowledge the hot days of summer that are nearing their end. It's a reminder to soak in the summer sun and the heat before it is gone. This is when the plants are starting to wither and they're dropping seeds for future crops. Grains are ready for harvest and fruits are ripe for picking. We use this time to give thanks for the food that we have been given by Mother Nature. This Sabbath is the halfway point between Letha and Mabon. I had to remember it's Letha and not Litha or Litha, like I've also heard. But the name Lughnasadh is roughly translated to lose assembly, honoring the Celtic sun god. Offerings are given to him, including the first of the harvested fruits and grains and a sacrificial bull. Offerings would be hauled to the hilltops and mountains to be as close to him as possible. This offering would give him strength and happiness so that he could fight off the evil that would cause a bad harvest, meaning that this Sabbath is all about protection of crops and therefore prosperity. So let's talk about Lu. Who is Lu? His name literally means bright, shining one. If one is working with him in your practice, meditating and invoking his presence while laying out in the sun is your best bet. For any of you that aren't from around here, laying out in the sun or sunbathing.
Yeah.
We call it laying out in the sun.
I call it sunbathing.
Oh, well, I call it laying out.
Getting crispy.
Getting crispy. That reminds me of that dude on TikTok. It's he's biracial, and his dad's white, but he's like, he goes to the tanning bed and he calls him crispy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is a god of many skills, which is things like war and craftsmanship. He's a blacksmith, poet, and sorcerer. I don't know why I struggled so hard with that.
Of many talents.
Yeah. Jack of all trades. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I felt like I needed to do that voice, but
I have no idea.
It's fine. Lughnasadh brings forth the funeral games. These are like the Celtic version of the ancient Olympics with horse racing, weapons, like a weapons contest, and athletic competitions. But this funeral is not his own. It is to honor his foster mother, Tailti. With that said, traditional Celtian craft fairs and marriages, which last a year and a day, are also celebrated at this time. At the beginning of autumn, the Celtic sun god enters his old age but is not yet dead. The god symbolically loses some of his strength as the sun rises further in the south each day and the nights grow longer. His passing comes at Samhain. So, we've got like, if you guys have been following along with all like the Sabbaths that we've been covering, we've had, the wedding, the wedding came on Letha, and then like the wooing or whatever of the two was before that. So now we're at the Celtic sun god, and he's kind of withering away in his old age.
Yeah.
The Christians adopted this theme and called it Lammas, which translates to loaf mass, a time when newly baked loaves of bread are placed on an altar. In fact, it is said that Lu is similar, if not the same, as Gaulish Mercury, and was the inspiration for the Archangel Michael. This is a day where Christians bake bread with the first harvested grain and bring it to church. There, the bread is blessed, and then they break it into 4 pieces and place each piece in the 4 corners of the barn to protect the grain. According to Laurie Cabot, official witch of Salem. The Morgan also plays a role in Lughnasadh. She manifests as Macha, the goddess of war, sun, and birth. In Cabot's book, Celebrate the Earth, she says that Macha is forced to race against the king of Ulster's horse while she is pregnant. She gives birth to twins. As she delivers, she curses the men of Ulster and becomes the queen of Ulster for 7 years. Macha shapeshifts into a crow, which is a common appearance in both the battlefield and in the cornfields of summer. So, just like we do with any other Sabbath that we talk about, we're going to talk about the symbols of the Sabbath. Mm-hmm. So, you've got things like grains, grapes, heather, blackberries, crab apples, pears, sunflowers, goldenrod, yarrow, mushrooms, corn. Traditional foods being like apples, grains, breads, berries, wine, barley, potatoes. You can burn some incense, but include things like aloes, rose, and sandalwood. I don't like any of those.
I like sandalwood.
I'm not a fan. It's too freaking strong.
Yeah,
it gives me a headache.
I could see that. I like those musky scents.
I'm like a fruity type person.
I do like fruity.
I like the fruits. Crystals, like stones that you would use. One would be carnelian, which is good for healing, protection, and energy. This crystal is a warm and vibrant. It boosts confidence and the power of true expression. It's connected with the lower 3 chakras, associated with taking bold action because of its fiery energy. The next one's citrine. It takes negative and makes it positive. It's sunny in nature because it is like a yellowish color. Mm-hmm. It's good for lifting your spirits. What the
one of them
fuck
nights.
is wrong with me? Jeez. Helps release self-doubt. This can also boost creativity. Use this to manifest abundance. This is known as the merchant stone, so it's a good one for starting like a new project or a business. Mm-hmm. So, you've got a little something that you're trying to get figured out. Keep some citrine with you. Mm-hmm. Golden topaz embraces the nobility of spirit, status, personal will, and ability to manifest one's desires. It inspires creativity and intention and generates abundance. It can recharge one's spiritually and physically, boosting both faith and optimism, and increases confidence, self-worth, Jesus Christ, and pride in one's ability without inflating the ego. It's beneficial to those seeking fame or overcoming limitations to implement great plans by increasing charisma and attracting helpful people while keeping you humble. Cat's eye. Is this the one? Yes. So this one I was like, as I was writing this, literally last night, I said, TJ, because, he's not into any of this at all.
Yeah.
He's strictly science. I said, TJ, if I were to hand you a rock and I said, keep this with you just so that I can track what happens for science, would you do it? Mm-hmm. He said, what do you mean? I said, I just handed you like a crystal. Can you just keep this with you? And let me just, you don't even have to pay attention to it. Just keep it with you. Yeah. And I was like, it's for science. And he's like, no, that doesn't help anything. That shit doesn't work. And I was like, but it does. And you're going to understand why here in a second. So cat's eye. It is the stone of confidence and balance, grounding and uplifting. It helps you trust yourself, your natural gifts, and life experiences. It asks us to be more honest with ourselves and others and to calmly communicate our wants and needs. It can help you walk away from bad situations. It can help you be more responsible and help with dealing with problems swiftly and fully. It can be used to treat diabetes as well as hormonal and reproductive issues. It's also used by yogis to increase flexibility in the spine. So I was like, you want to carry this around for me for a little bit? He was like, absolutely, fuck not.
So, no.
I was like, it's for science. He was like, no, it's not. No. But there are others that are kind of associated with this. I think there was like obsidian and some other things. I did not include them because I'm not going to lie to tell y'all. I was writing this episode at like 12 o'clock last night and I was like, I'm tired. I'm done. So there are others. But there was like a lot to list.
Yeah.
But the colors that you can associate with this Sabbath are gold and green. Animals would be horses, oxen, and donkeys. How we would want to go about celebrating this, acknowledging this. Go berry picking. But, disclaimer, please, please, please do not go into the woods and just start picking random ass berries unless you know what you're doing.
Right.
And are like 1,000,000% sure of what exactly it is that you are picking, because you could get...
end up on an episode of 1,000 Ways to Die.
Right. You will get violently ill and possibly die if you pick the wrong shit.
You imagine you go get a berry out of the woods and then you just get diarrhea and die.
Death
awful.
by berries. So if you don't know what you're doing, stick to going to like a local berry farm.
Yeah.
Where you can go and harvest your own stuff. You could go to the local farmer's market and get them, but if you pick them yourself, go to like a local berry farm and pick them yourself. You're kind of taking part in an ages-old tradition that your ancestors may have done.
Honestly, berry picking sounds so fun.
It
like,
really
boring,
does.
But like a good kind of boring.
Right.
Like, it just sounds so relaxing.
It does. But, you know, if you're doing something that's kind of like a tradition that your ancestors took part into, it kind of makes the day a lot more special.
Yeah.
You know, you're just kind of carrying that on. Once you have all those berries picked, you can make a pie out of them. While you enjoy it, don't forget to offer up a piece to your ancestors. Another thing that you could make in tradition with this holiday is bake some bread. It doesn't have to be just plain Jane bread. It could be things like cinnamon raisin bread, banana bread, zucchini bread, whatever kind of bread you want to make.
Like banana bread.
I love a good
Pumpkin
banana bread.
bread is good too.
I don't know that I ever had pumpkin bread.
If you get like good pumpkin bread,
I love pumpkin.
it's good.
Make sure that you have that first slice out of that loaf of bread that you make. Make sure that you keep it out for Lou, though. Another tradition.
Do you like the butt of the bread?
Yeah. Like the first slice goes to Lou.
Holy shit.
Um,
That's why the butt's there.
Maybe. This gets you closer to the... Wait, hold on.
See, that's why I spaced mine out like
shut
this.
up. Another tradition that was already mentioned... Go hiking, climb some hills or mountains. This gets you closer to the sun and thus closer to the sun god. Make sure that you stop for a minute and soak in that sun. Feel that warm sun on your face. Take that first piece of bread with you and then give it to Lou there. Once you're done with all your outdoor activities, because, you know, you could also take part in, like, some Olympic Games things, but, like, don't go gladiator style and start killing each other, because that's not cool.
No. Definitely
But
not. And it's a crime.
Yeah. But, you know, play some cornhole.
Hey, that sounds fun.
Play some cornhole, I don't know, what else do people play outside? Some can jam.
I don't know what that is.
I've got it at my house, I'll show you.
Oh, what is it? With the little... They played it in,
Shuffleboard?
No, Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, croquet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to be so good at that.
I've never played.
Oh. Get hit in the ankle with one of them little balls.
I'm good.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm good. That sounds awful. But anyway, once you're done with all those outdoor activities, you've assuredly, at that point, worked up a pretty decent appetite.
Yeah.
This is the best time to enjoy a feast with your friends and family.
Yep.
Incorporate some of these herbs and fruits, as well as some of the recipes that I think that you will be providing later.
Got a lot.
Yes, I love a good recipe.
I actually, usually I'm just like, this is something, it sounds nasty, don't do it.
I like that you include, ratings.
My ratings.
Yeah. This is a hard mayhaps, is what you said on the last one. That was great. But anyway, if you like wine, I stated a minute ago that grapes are kind of a thing here. Grapes in liquid form, incorporate that wine here. I personally, no thank you.
I don't like wine.
This is an amazing time to partake in prosperity rituals, make some sun water, meditate, and do yoga in the sun. Get crafty with some corn dollies, some spell banners, some wreaths, some cornucopias, things like that. And I mean, all this is stuff that you can include friends and family in.
Rewind
the children.
It back a little bit. What is a corn dolly?
So it's like a doll made out of like corn husk.
Oh,
You've
okay.
seen them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I probably should have elaborated on that.
I
but
was
now
like,
you know.
That sounds good. What is that?
Crafty with corn dollies. That sounds delicious. Let's talk about that. No, it's like a doll. But yeah, that's what I got.
All right.
So let's talk about some food.
So, like she said, that Lughnasadh is all about celebrating the harvesting of corn, wheat, and other grains. And it is also the fire festival. It's a fire festival, so it's a good time to have a bonfire and eat food.
I love a good bonfire.
And food.
And I love food. You know what's good at a bonfire? That's food also that you do at a bonfire?
S'mores.
Fucking s'mores.
So, since wheat and grains are a major part of this festival, I did pick a lot of things to do with that, because I am a certified carb lover, and will never be a skinny mini because of this, which I'm fine with.
Crab rangoons, do they have a lot of carbs in them? Just the breading on the outside.
Well, it's a wonton wrapper.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know, but they're not good for you.
Oh,
but they are
absolutely
good
not.
for the soul.
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread too. Yeah. Oh my god. You're making me hungry. I hadn't had dinner. I had breakfast this morning. I haven't eaten since. I had some chips. That's what that shot does to me sometimes. Sometimes I don't hardly eat.
Excuse me.
And I'm not really hungry. So Madeira cake, a bit drier and a little less sweet. And it's also a little bit lighter than a pound cake. Is the best way to describe it. But it contains almost no liquid in the recipe. And it's quite simple. It sounds like something I would just not put any icing on and just eat right out of the pan. So you use a cup of room temperature unsalted butter, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, the zest and liquid of 1 lemon, 3 eggs, 1 3/4 cup of self-rising flour, and 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour.
There's like no liquid to that except for the lemon juice.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like
I don't know.
somebody's grandma made some dry ass stuffing and I'm not here for it.
Sugar cookies are also a good way, which honestly,
Fuck me up with a sugar cookie.
I hate. I hate sugar cookies. Like, I like Christmas cookies, like, just like a sugar cookie with some sprinkles on it, like the homemade ones, but like, especially the ones that are like the soft with the icing.
Like the white ones that you get at Walmart.
Foul.
I love those.
Foul.
But you remember, you say you hate sugar cookies, but remember the night with the elf cookies?
The elf cookies. Oh, yeah.
Where we did cover those in like Reese's.
Yeah.
Or cookie butter or something. Like the Reese's like chocolate spread that you
Those I like because they're nostalgic. My granny used to.
That was the best night.
But like, I'm not a big sugar cookie person. Like, I won't go out of my. Will you get out of my face?
Our guest is back.
Yeah, our weekly guest of Little Cat. Say hi, Little Cat. Tear and share flour bread. It's a simple bread recipe, and it is interesting looking from the picture that I saw. And that was the note that I made.
Share like flour, like FLOUR or
FLOWER. Flour bread.
Do you include flowers in it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Homemade pizza dough. Pizza's a great way to get into some kitchen magic. And you can give each topping a little job to do with your intentions. You can create sigils with basil or other ingredients, and then you have the perfect recipe and a nice little tasty treat.
I love a good pizza.
Me too.
I'm not gonna lie to tell you, 99.9% of the time, I'd just be happy with the pizza dough, like the crust, and nothing on it.
It's gotta have sauce at least.
No, I see.
But like, so you know, like the butter, garlic butter they'll put on pizzas. I hate that.
Yeah,
it's so nasty.
I just want a good pizza dough. That's all.
Like, I love garlic. I'm a garlic girly, but like, I don't want it lathered all over my pizza crust, so my fingers get greasy. Cause I don't know what's wrong with me, but like while I'm eating, you will see I will tear up like half a thing of napkins. Because I'm sitting there just constantly cleaning my fingers because I cannot stand for them to be greasy or crummy. I don't like it.
She's a Virgo.
Yeah. So Basic Bloomer is the next one, which I just think of big ol' underwear. But it's a good recipe for somebody who is a beginner bread maker. And it's a soft bread on the inside and it's crusty on the outside. Just like me. Scones. A very simple recipe of self-rising flour, a pinch of salt, castor sugar, cold and chunked butter, an egg, and some buttermilk, and then pair it with like your favorite jam is what the recipe or the website that I found used. But these are less like what we think of as like American scones, but they're British scones, which it looks like a biscuit.
I started to say, so like that's their biscuit for us.
Yeah.
I saw like a YouTube video or something not too long ago where they were like bringing a bunch of British like school kids in to
Jolly.
try.
It's Jolly, the Jolly channel.
Yeah.
Subscribe to them for.
They let all these British kids try American foods.
They were like, "What is that?
Why are you bringing me a scone?" And they're like, "It's a biscuit." And then they put gravy on it, and they're like repulsed.
Yeah.
Like white breakfast gravy.
Right.
Like they were repulsed. And then some of them were like, "This is actually really good."
Right.
Sweet tea. Oh, they were all like, "What is this?" They put ice in their tea?
Right. Oh, speaking of ice in drinks, I know that my good friends, James and Rachel, are behind. I don't know if they're getting caught up, but when you do, I just want to say, so we were at their house last weekend, and we're eating Oreos, and then James is like, I'm going to get a glass of milk. He starts putting ice in his cup, and I was like, and I'm sitting there watching, and like, Rachel is like watching me watch him put, and I'm looking disgusted. And I'm like, and then I realize that he is about to put milk in that glass with that ice. And he's like, it'll change your life. You gotta try it. It'll change your life. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
You did it.
No. He
What a
said,
monster.
because
I mean, I think I've seen people do that.
she was like, I said the same thing. She was like, I thought it was foul. I was like, it is foul. That's why you thought that. She was like, it's game changer. And I was like, I ain't doing
I might
that.
have to try it.
I don't think so.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
want to
tell you.
water down my milk.
I hear you, but like milk's a little like strong. It's got some gusto behind it. So like maybe if you watered it down a little bit.
I also don't drink regular milk.
This is true. You drink
I
almond
haven't
milk.
had regular milk
or
in
like
years.
non-lactose milk.
Yeah.
But like, see, I don't know. I want you to know you're talking about eating Oreos with milk. I had never dipped an Oreo in milk until like this past, I would say, year.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah.
That's the only way to eat them.
I have literally never until this past year.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Loft House cookie bars.
Oh, there she is. I was like,
Soft,
oh my God.
These are soft and sweet, and apparently they're very easy to bake up.
What are we talking about again?
Loft House cookie bars.
Okay, I got you. And
they're easy to customize, so you can throw a little color magic into the mix with your frosting and your sprinkles. This one, I wasn't gonna put this one on here because it sounds disgusting, but the name of it is called a Dutch baby, and they're little German pancakes, or they're also called German pancakes, which are an eggy oven pancake that puff up with, I feel like I left out some words when I typed this up, that they puff up when you pour them into a hot pan of melted butter.
Okay.
The writer of the article described them as being similar to a Yorkshire pudding, which I've never had either. And you can add like little pieces of bacon or small pieces of chopped up fruit to the batter. So you can also top it with syrup or fruit or sausages.
I'd try it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds okay. It sounds kind of like giving omelet, but like pancake.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip bread pudding. Personally, don't like bread pudding.
Never tried it. Oh, I think that's a lie. I think I have tried it, and I think I loved it.
The texture gives me the ick. Wet bread is disgusting.
We went to Chattanooga, and we went to a restaurant there, and I got it, and I think I was, like, really here for it.
No. Wet bread, that makes me want to,
I got a story in a minute.
This one does look pretty good, though, and it calls for Kahlua, so it can't be, like, too bad. Did you want to give your story, or wait?
I can wait.
Okay. Let's see. Corn is another important grain that is being harvested during this time of year. And I'm like a huge fan of elote. I love it. I feel like I said that very white, but that's okay. But like, there's nothing better than just like a regular old...
Is that the same thing as like street corn? Is that
yeah, it's Mexican street corn.
I don't like it.
Oh my God. It is the best thing that I have ever had. And like when we went to Florida in September, we went to a Mexican, and I've ordered it both times we've been down there, but it was the first time that was the funniest. So we'll order it. They bring me, I was like, I want Mexican street corn, and it was so good. But the first bite I took, a piece of corn popped and goes directly across the table right into my brother-in-law's eyeball with lime juice.
The fact that you substituted porn for corn and then something went in his eye.
But yeah, so I love Mexican street corn. Love it. But like, there's just nothing better than just a hot, fresh piece of sweet corn just covered in butter. But here are some other ways that you can use corn in your celebration.
It's corn.
A big lump of knobs.
It has the juice.
It has the juice.
I can't imagine a more beautiful thing.
Cheddar corn soup. So, we do live in the South, so it's still hot enough to fry an egg out on the driveway. But soup is, I love soup any time of year. I love soup. I really love soup.
Good soup.
Good soup. But like most people during Tennessee summers, just avoid it.
Right.
That and chili. I'll eat chili anytime.
Same.
We got skillet cornbread. Speaks for itself. Jalapeno hush puppies. Also speaks for themselves. I like even just like Mexican cornbread. Oh, I love it.
I don't like the peppers and stuff in it.
It's good. Cornbread topped chili mac.
Okay.
This one sounds so good, but like Danny doesn't like cornbread at all. He says it's too dry.
Why is he still here?
I don't know. I told him to get out. Just kidding. I didn't. I've been like, he's been gone dog sitting for 2 weeks, and I have been not sleeping very well, and I'm like, I can't wait till you get back.
Please come home.
Potatoes. So the site that I'm using as a resource said that they had read once that potatoes were also associated with Lughnasadh, and like her, I'm just not going to dispute this, and I'm going to roll with it.
I put potatoes in my thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, good. So Italian roasted potatoes. These are tossed in cornmeal and cooked with fresh rosemary, and they sound absolutely delightful.
I love rosemary.
Yeah. English potato gratin. One of my favorite ways, like I'll eat potatoes anyways.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite ways is like au gratin.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I haven't had au gratin potatoes in literal years.
Spicy potato cakes. I love potato cakes. Love them. And like I usually use leftover mashed potatoes and mix in like some onion and some flour. But this recipe calls for a beaten egg and adding some chopped jalapenos and then fried them up until they're golden brown to create a nice crispy outside and a creamy middle.
I love a good creamy middle.
Yeah. A loaded baked potato casserole, also self-explanatory. Cheesy potato soup. I love potato soup. Like, my granny used to get me the Campbell's cream of potato soup and make it for me as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, best thing I've ever had.
Have you ever had my mom's potato soup?
No, but I'm willing to try it.
I'll make it. I have the recipe. I'll make it. I did that for a friend once after she had some dental work done.
Yeah. I'll have dental work.
I never heard any yays or nays on it. No, barely even a thank you.
Oh, that's mean. My source also lists garlic as a Lughnasadh food.
Yeah.
And garlic has strong protective qualities. And it also has some fiery qualities as well. And some ways to incorporate garlic in your life during Lughnasadh are with garlic and herb toast, garlic and herb focaccia bread. I didn't know how to pronounce that word.
I feel like that's right, but then I feel like I've heard...
I had to look it up. It's focaccia. It's the thing you put your fingers in it and put oil on it. Oh, it looks so good. I had some from Trader Joe's. It wasn't as good as fresh, but it was still pretty good. Danny didn't like it because it's like a sourdough type.
Danny doesn't like all the things good in life.
Yeah, I know. But he was like, he'll eat it. Like, he'll eat anything.
Right.
Because money was spent on it. And he's not going to waste it.
Right.
But me, if I don't like it, everybody going to know about it. And I'm not. I will let it sit in the fridge and rot. Creamy garlic spinach dip. A garlic and thyme baked camembert. Which is like a wheel of cheese. That's like just melted in a pot.
Yeah.
So, because like I watch a lot of several British YouTubers. You watch Alfie and Zoe.
I love.
They're having another baby. But they do camemberts a lot. Garlic and herb baked chicken. And spaghetti with garlic lemon breadcrumbs.
Yum.
And
I had spaghetti last night.
Also, to call upon the energy of the sun, a little bit of cinnamon can be incorporated into your feast.
I'm always here for cinnamon.
You can have snickerdoodle cookies.
Oh, those are my faves.
No. Snickerdoodle cupcakes. Homemade churros with chocolate sauce. A cinnamon pull-apart cake. It was described, the way it was described, it kind of sounds like monkey bread.
Monkey bread.
Mini chocolate cinnamon croissants. And chocolate... You almost made me drop my croissant. Chocolate cinnamon cake. And I'm sure that the list could go on and on and on, but I picked out stuff that sounded pretty good, that I thought other people would like.
A lot of those do sound delightful.
Now I'm very hungry. I wasn't hungry when we started this episode. But that's what I have.
So the story I was going to tell.
Yes.
I thought about it. As you said, we were talking about the milk, and then there was something else you mentioned. And I was like, oh, that reminds me.
I was talking about soup and cornbread.
No, I don't remember what it was. But it might have been... Oh, it was the cornbread. I've seen people put cornbread in milk. Like just a glass of milk and put cornbread in it. I'll do you one weirder. And it's something that my family has always done. Mm-hmm. And it sounds weird. Mm-hmm. But like, you kind of snackish before you go to bed. Delicacy. Mm-hmm. And this is like poor folk delicacy, okay? Mm-hmm. Brace yourself because you're going to be like, you're nasty. My dad and I used to, before bed, just you meet up in the kitchen, pour you a glass of milk, but don't fill it all the way up. And you're going to take some saltine crackers and break those bad boys up in there and eat it.
Foul.
Ooh. It's so good.
I don't know what I was expecting, but that was not what I was expecting.
It is so
I
good.
think I've heard of that, but
no. So good.
No.
I have not done that in years. I have not thought about it in years.
I mean, I can't say much because, like, me and my papa used to sit around and eat sardines.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No.
Like, with mustard and everything. We'd fight over them.
My mom and I used to sit around and eat saltines with mustard on them.
That's not
See,
that
I don't
weird,
keep saltines in my house. So, like, I don't do things like this. But,
yeah,
but yeah.
You remember there for a minute where it was, like, almost impossible to find saltine crackers?
No.
Oh, gosh. Oh, it was, like, 2 months. Couldn't find them.
Was this COVID?
Yeah.
Got you. Well, so I got our nonprofit for the week.
Okay.
This one's a pretty cool deal.
Is it?
It's called Waves for Water. It's access... Hold on. I don't know what happened to my voice. Access to clean water for everyone that needs it. Access to clean water is a game changer. The overall health benefits are obvious, but the ripple effect that happens when clean water is introduced into a community is profound and often overlooked. Sure, the risk of waterborne illnesses such as cholera, Salmonella, E. Coli, and Typhoid is mitigated, but it also positively affects many other aspects of life. Less money spent on medicine and clinic visits, plus less time staying home being sick, less time collecting water or the wood to boil that water means a significant change to the socioeconomics of a community. Less sick days for their children means a higher attendance in school, changing the outcome of their overall education. The list goes on. Infant care, feminine hygiene, women empowerment, all of these are reasons that are a driving force for us, but it is the basic fundamental belief that everyone deserves access to clean water as a basic human right that drives us every day. Day in and day out, we channel that drive as we work on the front lines providing access to clean water through the implementation of portable water filtration systems, the digging and renovating of borehole wells, and the construction of rainwater harvesting storing systems in places where groundwater is not accessible. In 2009, so this is going to tell you a little bit about the nonprofit itself. In 2009, professional surfer John Rose believed that there could be a more meaningful way to participate in the world, a way to do what he loved while helping people along the way. That inspired him to create Waves for Water, a targeted, special ops style nonprofit organization where they focus on correcting the imbalances of water scarcity in developing communities around the world. At the center of their efforts is empowerment, supported by the belief in developing and empowering local networks. They always implement their programs through the local teams of volunteers and community leaders that they cultivate in the beginning stages of any program. This process enables them to connect with the community on a deeper level by establishing trust and rapport over time, which ultimately ensures the highest potential for a truly sustainable program. Over the past 10 years, they have implemented 155 clean water programs in 48 countries using water filtration systems, borehole wells, and rainwater harvesting systems, impacting an estimated 3,750,000 people. In addition to their primary focus around providing clean water, they also coordinate and execute natural disaster relief efforts around the world. They have responded to 33 major natural disasters to date, including initiatives in Nepal, Bosnia, Philippines, Indonesia, Haiti, Japan, Chile, and Pakistan.
Nice.
So it's a pretty cool deal. Their website has like the history of, everything that goes on with them and how to donate, and it's a lot of information. I read over it the other day when I found it, but it's a pretty cool little deal. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Well,
You about to fall asleep over there.
I am very tired, but I'll be okay. I'll be okay. You'll just, as per usual, hear me yawning.
Right.
All the time.
As per usual.
So, who are we going to tell this week?
Oh, dang, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, me either.
I said I was going to have those prepared.
Who... Tell your local librarian.
No fucking way did you just say that, because I was literally going to say that. I swear to God.
Tell your local librarian.
No fucking way. That's weird. Don't do that to me again.
Okay.
I was looking at your books and I was like, librarian.
Well, I saw that sign that says a well-read woman is a dangerous creature, and I was like, oh, a librarian would be nice.
I can't stand you. You did not. That's weird. Anyway. Yes, tell your local librarian.
Follow us
on the socials such as Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter,
TikTok.
Email us at
wandersofweird
at
gmail.com.
I was going to let you have it. Rate us on where you can on our platforms that you listen to us on. Spotify allows you to leave comments on each and every episode after a certain point.
Apple Podcasts allows reviews.
Yeah.
I don't know about iHeartRadio or anything like that.
I don't either. But yeah.
So
share us out. Let us know what you're thinking. Give us ideas for episodes.
Yeah, send us your spooky stories from the state that you live in, because we are now going to be starting to do those alphabetically.
Right. We're going to try and hit a new state every month.
Yeah.
And so if you think of it after we've already done your state, send it to us anyway, because we'll come back and revisit eventually.
We'll definitely cycle through them.
And even if it's not like specific to your state, send it to us anyway, because we would like to do a listener episode.
Yeah, I really would like to do a listener episode. I guess that's it.
I guess so.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.